to professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
BDot, baby. Bomb droppers.
Let's just start this show out right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Episode 38?
38.
38. I think the theme.
8 and 3 is what, 11?
Ooh, yeah, 1-1. That's
1-1.
a beautiful number.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful number. Good catch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the theme of this episode, where I want to start out with it, is just put the theme out there for the day and just say, hey, we need to stand up as people. We're seeing, all, like you're talking about, we talked about when you came in, everything, like all this shit that's happening around the world, the energies that are changing, all this different shit. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing as a society? Not just individually, because individually, a lot of us are working and doing things. You know what I mean? But we need to collectively come together. So the energy today and the energy from now on needs to be, what are we doing?
What are we going to do?
Are we going to just let these people roll over us, or are we going to fucking do something about it?
For real. Because this shit getting out of hand. Every day I look at the news. Well, not the news, but I turn my phone on. I hear,
the intel that's coming
something,
through.
like,
the intel that's coming through, whatever it is, if it's the news or whatever, It's just like there's so much happening, but like we've talked about this before, where we've said, enjoy the show.
Right.
This is the show. This is what's happening, right? The thing is we can only enjoy that show so long because what are we doing about it now? We know what's happening. We know there's corruption. We know they're fucking with our money. They're creating new shit. They're blowing up places. You know what I mean? They're doing all this stuff. It's the cabal's final fucking episode. You know what I mean?
And that shit happening like right under our noses, man. Like,
so yeah, that's why we're saying what we're saying. Let's keep that energy high. Let's vibrate good. Let's do things right. Let's focus and come together as people, as a society, as Awkward Intelligence.
Right.
And let's do something about it. What are we out here doing? You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to know what's happening, but now we got to start taking some action.
Right.
And I think part of that is we know now what their playbook is. We understand what their playbook is. And so when they start talking about new mandates for the jabs and all these things coming together they're trying to talk about.
Yeah, that's coming back too.
Don't comply. Fuck them.
Right.
You know what happened? What we need to do is we need to see what happens, right? And say like if they go, hey, Walmart or this restaurant or something is starting to mandate you in your area, whatever your area is, wherever you're out there in the world, right? Don't comply with that. Fuck that place then. Take it down. If they want to start doing shit like that again and start saying, oh, you can't come here without a passport, without a vax passport and all this bullshit, fuck them. Don't shop there no more. Don't deal with these people no more.
Right. Because
they're confused. They're complying. They're making the world worse for us. That's how we have to see it.
Bomb droppers.
You know what I'm saying?
I was going, right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And that's why I'm saying it's time to take action. We can't sit back and just watch it happen again. That's what we did 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we sat back. We were
just
confused.
watching this shit.
Yeah, we were
didn't
confused.
know what was going on.
We were scared.
Right.
We didn't understand. It was some new shit to all of us, and it woke a lot of us up. It made people start realizing what's happening in this world. Why is shit weird? Why are people doing these things? And that's where we are at today. Welcome to Awkward Intelligence.
Real. Shit, it even feel different outside, man.
Right. The energy's different. The sun's different. You know what I mean?
It feel like it's too calm.
New energies are on the
I don't know
world.
what it feels crazy.
I'm with you. Something feels not off, but just different.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm feeling that energy. I've been off. You know what I mean? I've been sleeping more. You know what I mean? Just because I'm like, I don't even want to wake up and look at my phone today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to look at that bitch. I don't even want to understand what's happening right now.
Right.
I just want to numb out for a minute and just fucking sleep and just I'll catch this tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel, and you know, and I'm thinking, there's probably a lot of y'all out there that are kind of feeling that same way in different ways.
Every time you turn TV on, the news on, there's always something. You know what I mean? It's always a crime or something just going on. Like, come on, man.
But that's what we're here for.
Right.
We're part of that community where you can come and get information. You can share information. There's ideas. There's no judgment here. We're not judging anybody. You know, it's like just. We're all trying to get a slice of our pie out of this world. You know what I mean? That's what we're here doing. And so it's like, let's see what we can do. You know, why are we bullshitting? And you know, that's how I'm looking at it. It's time for action, man. It's time for action.
Bomb droppers. Yep.
Yeah, we can't sit by.
Yeah, man. We just you know, sitting back in the rocking chair and see what the hell going on. You know what's going on out here. So we gotta get together. Like we always say, we gotta come together and ride, man. Yeah,
and just, I mean, use your social medias if you have to. You know what I mean, and get the messages out there when we're talking and doing things, and everybody's, you know, we're saying, look at this, check this out. We're looking for some of y'all to echo those things too in your own worlds. Echo them back and start telling people, yeah, we're not complying. We're not doing this. This is not happening. This is not going down in my schools. My kids aren't going to deal with this shit. Think about it. You know what I mean? Start paying attention. I'm with you. I wasn't there either. You know what I mean? I'm still learning this myself. But that's why I'm trying to tell the world too, you know, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. Because I was there too. I sat back 4 years ago, and watched everything just happen, you know, and didn't know what to do. Like we've talked about earlier on the show.
You know,
who do we ask? Who do we talk to? Who do we do? We got to get out of that. We got to start doing some research and paying attention and voicing it ourselves. Because like you said, no one's coming to save you. No. You've said it. No one's coming to save you.
Nobody coming to
We're
save
here
you.
to save ourselves. So if that means, you know, that's why I said, if it means changing your job, if it means getting new friends, if it means, you know what I'm saying, doing different things, if it means eating better for you, whatever that means, change your situation, because we can't keep living like this.
Bomb droppers. Yeah, this ain't the way to live, man.
Yeah, there's
you know
too much. There's
like,
too much out here, man.
Yeah, you gotta get up every day, go to work. You know, pay bills. Shit, sometimes I know a lot of people just going to work just to pay bills.
That's it. And if they don't go, they don't get a bill paid.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, they're that close. Half of America is that fucking close to not having anything. You know what I mean? Is you miss one day of work and you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, that's no way to live for anybody. That puts you in survival mode. You know what I mean? And if all we're doing is sitting here in survival mode, that means you don't have time for nothing else. You don't have time to follow your dreams. You don't have time to hang out with your kids. You know what I mean? You don't have time to teach your kids. You don't have time to teach anybody else. You don't even have time for yourself at that point. You're just in survival mode and you're grinding just to survive every day. You know? And that's we're not supposed to live like that.
Nah, not at all.
You know?
Trying to figure out who, you know what I mean, where your next meal coming from.
Right.
How you gonna pay this? Man, you ain't supposed to be living like that at all. At all. We're supposed to be
thriving.
Right, laid back.
We was built on this planet to thrive, you know, and we're not. We're not, because we let the government take over, and we thought they had our best interests at hand. But now we know they don't. So what are we going to do about it?
Right.
That's where we're at.
Man, this shit crazy. For real, this shit is crazy.
Coming in hot today.
Just don't get it, man. We get it, but you gotta get it.
Yeah, I think one of my notes I had wrote down the other day was, you know, so they, like in London right now, I think it is, right? There's a group They're calling themselves the Blade Runners. And what they're doing is they're taking down all the surveillance in the city as a group of people. And they're like, so like when you're talking about like speed cameras and, you know, just all this different shit that's happening in the city.
Yeah.
And they're just like, and it's all to get you to pay fines and do this bullshit and whatever, face recognition, whatever you want to call it. It's all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, speaking of that one, I seen one the other day, and I don't know what it was.
Right.
It wasn't no speed camera. I know how the speed cameras look.
Right.
I know how the cameras look when you're looking at you at the light, shit like that. But this one had like 6 red lights on it.
Right.
And it was just flashing.
Ooh. See what I'm saying? So that's like some infrared shit or something, right?
It was just flashing. Like, what the fuck is that?
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. So with this Blade Runners in London, right?
Right.
What they're doing is they're taking all this shit down.
Just made me think of that when you
And they're
said
just
that.
they're like, fuck the system. You know what I mean? They can put cameras up, but we'll just take them down. Fuck you. It's our money anyways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So if so the idea was, what I was trying to say was, if we have to take over our own cities like that, then that's what we have to do.
So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying it's time for action. It's time to do something. That person thought up something and created a group and did it in London. We need to create those kind of same scenarios in our own cities, in our own ideas, and say, you're not going to control us with this bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bomb droppers.
Yeah, we're going to come in, and if we have to take over our own cities, then that's what we have to do. That's part of it. You know how they keep saying, you know, these 15-minute cities or whatever. They talk about this different shit. You heard about that, right? Well, that's what I'm saying. Why are we letting them do that to us? If we don't want our city to be a 15-minute city, then stop them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
They can do all kind of legislation and whatever the fuck they want to do in their little fucking corporate world. We don't live in that world. We live in this world. So if we have to take their shit down, then that's what we have to do.
That's what we got to do.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's what we got to do.
Figure out how to do that. If it's building
That's
a community.
what they want any motherfucking way.
Yeah, because that'll help us get together as people. You know what I mean? As the people of the city, you know, we can get together and create. So even, like I said, even if it's a march or something that we can do in our cities that's for us. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think they take our energies and they push them into ideas for us. That's that predictive programming shit, right? So if they have a shooting in the city and then everybody gets behind that, you know, and like, oh, you know, another unarmed black man or whatever, you know what I mean? That's them creating the scenario and then putting our energy into it, which then gives them the solution too. Our energy goes after that, not after what's really plaguing us in these cities. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Be selective with your shit. I'm not saying you can't put energies into those. Yes, we can do that. But we have to focus in on what's really happening with us because that's not helping us at all. You know what I mean? Right. We've seen where we've gone with those. And what happens? Nothing. Nothing changes.
Back to the same old thing.
We just yell about it for a while. You know what I mean? And so I think that's their way of trying to get us to use our energies for that. And we're just, what do they call that? Preaching to the choir at that point. You know what I mean? So we're not getting anywhere with it. We're just spinning our fucking wheels. And so I think that's why I'm saying what I'm saying is we need to be more constructive and say what is the real issues, and those are the things we need to go after. You know,
bomb droppers.
That's where I'm getting with that.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
That's the energy we're bringing today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck it, we here.
Right. I mean, what else? Here's the thing. If all of this is bullshit, if everything we've been talking about, right, the good timeline, if our good timeline doesn't happen, what do we got to lose right now? Because we're so fucked anyways.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But if the good timeline is in play, which I believe it is, then yes, we're going to have to go through some turmoil. Yes, there's going to be some issues. But it's not going to be just given to you. We're going to have to work at it a little bit, you know. We got to do our parts, you know, and this show is part of that. The other shows that are on the internet are part of that. The lectures that I'm listening to are part of that. You know what I mean? The information we're gathering and giving back to the people is part of that. So we've started something, but what's everybody out there doing?
Right.
That's what we're talking about. Some of us can't just sit here, because I know a lot of y'all out there are like, I want to start a show. I want to do this. I want to do that. I wish I could do that. There's no more hoping and wishing anymore. It's time to take action.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yep, you got to do it, man. You just got to move forward with it.
Start doing what you're talking about.
Stop thinking about it.
Stop thinking about it. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fact.
Let's just do it. Let's do everything. Do it all.
Do
you know
whatever.
What I mean?
Whatever you want to do, do
like,
that shit. Do it.
If you've been just waiting to write that book, start writing that fucking book. You know what I mean?
For real.
If you like to draw, put your drawings together. Learn how to do some NFTs. Figure out some shit. You know what I mean? Learn. Do the digital stuff. Look at the digital assets we've talked about. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to start doing something for yourself. You know what I mean? You can't just hope like, well, somebody's going to take care of it for me. No, start looking into the shit. Mm-hmm. Start figuring out, like we've said before, you can have 1, maybe 2 jobs, but you can have as many digital assets. You can have as much investments. You can have as many businesses. You know what I mean? You can have as much passive income as you want. You know, if you've got to figure out those things. And we've talked about a lot of those things within our show. We've given you a lot of that. All you got to do is go find it, put it together, and start building it. Ask your friends. Get with your friends. Be like, yo, 2 or 3 of us do this, we'll be living large in 6 months. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's where we got to be. We got to be building our shit.
It ain't no idea bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking it, believe me, it's good. It might sound crazy.
Right.
Just do it.
Yeah, just start working with it.
Telling you.
Start working with it. We need your creativity. We don't need that AI bullshit. We need your creativity. You know?
Right.
That's where we're at. The more we create, the better, you know?
Yes, sir.
I think another thing that piggybacks on that is like the good timeline, right? If we're in the good timeline, what we have to understand is at the end of this, so say they have to, we talked about this last week. I think they have to crash the stock market. I think that's real. That has to happen again in order to take down the cabal money. Their money is the stock market and the trafficking and all the other stuff to get combined. That's how they make their money. That's how I'm looking at it, right? So what I think is when they crash that, right, it's going to come back in a different form, right? And part of it is, think about this. Look at all the stuff, like if we're the indigenous people of this planet, of this United States or whatever, and the corporation of America stole that from us, and that's what we're trying to get back. If we're believing all that, right? If all that makes sense, then most people are going to go, like you said last week, you go, but we don't have it. You know what I mean? You're like, we don't have it.
Yeah.
So the commodities and the assets that are here in America, the oil, the gold, the silver, whatever, right? Yeah, we don't have it at this moment because we're trying to collapse the old system. They can't give it back to you when the old system still exists because then they'll just take it right back from you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll just find a way to siphon it right back away. So they've got to break down that system, destroy that system, then we're sovereign again. Then you can get access back to the property and things that belongs to you and your family. That way, you can move from there. But part of that is, look at like a place like Amazon, right? Amazon controls the distribution throughout the United States for the most part, and through the world in a lot of ways, you know. But who's going to control that when all that is said and done? Still one person, Mr. Bezos? You know what I mean? Is he still the one person that's going to control that? No, because that's not how you distribute wealth, right? He's going to gain all the wealth by being the sole owner of that idea. So that's just going to siphon our wealth back away from us. So what they're going to do, this is things I'm hearing, is the Americans are going to control that now. That's an American company, right? Amazon becomes an American company. Well, guess what? that means all of us hold a share in it now. So when it grows, we grow with it. Money comes back to us because it's our shit.
Bomb droppers.
See what I'm saying? That's how they redistribute wealth. It's already built. It's already here. All we have to do is take control of it. That's what we don't have. We don't have the control, like you said.
Yeah,
we don't have it. But that's, I think, part of it is they're going to, and that's one company. Think about the multiple others, like even Apple. Apple then becomes us. We are the owners of that company as Americans because we live here, and so our shares are in that as well. So think if we had shares in all the top 20, 50 companies in the world, or that are American companies, and we then own shares of that, just you as an individual. Everybody in America that pays taxes and deals with shit and, and da-da-da, we're all from here. You would make money every day just off that, just off your investments. Your money would flow in because you'd have gold, you'd have silver, you'd have oil,
hard assets.
You'd have hard assets that go with it.
Yeah.
That money would then just be dropping in your bank account every day. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as Americans, all of us would get that. Most of our money troubles would be gone with just that.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
I agree.
And then we still can have jobs. We'll still have humanitarian efforts. We'll still be building shit. We'll still have new technologies that come out. And we'll have pieces of that too because they're American. Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, you have no worries about money. Money's flowing in. The only problem you're gonna have is how to keep it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. By building new businesses, by building new ventures, by having new brands, by doing shows, by doing things to keep your income flowing for you. You know what I'm saying? That's all you'll have to learn after that. How to grow it.
Bomb droppers.
I'm just saying. That's the fucking America I want to live in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
That's where I'm at with it. That's why I'm saying we're going to go through some shit. We can't comply. We can't fall for their fucking playbook again. Not this year. Not next year. Not the year after. No. And I'm telling you, on the other side of this shit, the America I just talked about is the one we're going to be living in.
Bomb droppers.
That's where we're at, man. That's the good timeline. That's where I want to be. That's the one I'm manifesting in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I heard, I'm not really into it, but I heard XRP.
Yep, I have that. I'm into that. Mm-hmm.
They did all right.
Yep.
Doing all right right now.
Yeah, and it hasn't even started yet, truthfully. Right. The idea of where it's going to go is like not even started yet. But the initial ignition and trigger has been set. And so it's time to watch that thing start moving. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We are in that window now at any moment, but I think this old regime might have to fall first before it makes significant moves. It might make a move or two, right here. And what it'll do is it'll do that to shake some more of those motherfuckers out because they're going to come after it. They're going to go, oh, look, this is the new money. And when they find those motherfuckers, they'll be able to take them down. See what I'm saying? Everything is calculated to a point where one reacts, it creates another reaction. You know what I mean? So I think that's what we have to pay attention to some of these events that are happening. Like the Maui fires, like these hurricanes, like these different things that are happening right now.
There's something going on in Florida right now, right?
Right. There's an action and then there's a reaction. Mm-hmm. That's what we got to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. They're going to create some of these ideas in order to fuck with some shit, right? Mm-hmm. To throw you off, right? To distract you. Distractions and shit. But we have to be better than that. We have to be more focused than that. That's how I'm seeing it.
Definitely. Something I don't know what I don't know
because
what's going on.
like we
Something.
started, the energies are weird right now.
Yeah.
Shit is different. It's not. That's why I said we gotta look at
the
this
same.
different. We gotta react different. We gotta be different. You know what I mean? We can't keep acting the same way, thinking things are gonna change. You know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's
You
how
gotta
I'm-
change
Yeah, you gotta change with it.
to change it, right?
Yeah, you gotta change with it.
For
That's why
real.
That's why they say, look, when these Earth energies are changing, if we're not following suit, that's how we get left behind. Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, that's the whole idea of, not learning enough to stay relevant, but not, you don't have to learn it all, but you got to know enough to stay relevant.
Right.
Just stay relevant with the times. That's why we've been talking about digital assets. That's why we've been talking about XRP and XLM and XDC. You know what I mean? These different things, so that you'll get. Maybe one day you'll get curious and you'll go, maybe I need to go look into this. That's it. Just go look into it, and then you'll see something that'll make it make sense for you, and then you'll go, okay, maybe they're onto something. Because I can't do that for you.
Right.
I can't make up your mind. You have to go look at it and see if that makes sense to you or not. That's where the world is.
Gotta do your research.
Yeah, because
Baby.
every lecture I listen to, I don't 100% agree with the whole lecture. Mm-hmm. But I pick the pieces out that make sense because I've heard it before. But I haven't heard it the way this person said it. Now this person says it different, and I'm going, oh, now I see how they connect.
Yeah,
okay,
that's how it
makes
is.
sense. Yeah,
That's exactly how it is.
right. Like you're saying with a movie, you see a movie, you see a lecture, and then they say the same shit, and you're like, oh shit, okay, here we are. And that, and then you see an angel number, and then you do, and next thing you see this, and then you see something recurring, or you see a sign that, out of nowhere that just you see a billboard or something, and you're like, oh shit, okay, that makes sense. It's all there, it's pointing you in the right direction. That's what those signs are doing. They're pointing you in the direction. But if you're not in tune with it, then you don't see it. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna see it, but it's always been there. You know what I mean? It's just now you're seeing it.
Bond jobbers. Yep.
That's why they say when your life path is in tune, it just makes sense. Everything just makes sense. You're just like, oh, okay, got that. Oh, boom, got that. Oh, that's good. Oh, this is nice. You're just flowing. You're in the flow. You're just letting life happen, and everything's rolling, and you're taking care of the issues, and you're knocking down problems, and you're just like, this is flowing. That's what that is, because you're paying attention. You're in tune with that energy, and you're flowing with it. Mm-hmm. When you're not in tune with it, you're fighting it.
Right.
And when you're fighting it, you know it. You're like, fuck, this is ridiculous. I can't believe I'm dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? But that's you fighting it. Go with that flow, and you'll feel it. You'll just know when you're in it. You'll feel it.
Yeah. Man, it feel a little off outside, I tell you that. I don't know what it is. It just feel, I don't know, it's not right. I don't know. But
I'm with you.
I'm holding my energy up though. I know it's off, but them people, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you just got to pick it up. Keep rocking, man. I'm with you. I've done the same. I've been off myself, and I'm just trying to find ways to. And this show, part of it is this show. Every week, I know for sure this is the moment I'm going to have a good time and do some shit and talk some shit. And
come in here.
At minimum, I got this once a week. You know what I mean? Everything else is bonus. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I know for sure I'm going to be good here, Mm-hmm. But you never know what the rest of your week's going to look like. You don't know what you're going to get into. You never know, But if you're in the flow, then you're doing well.
Yeah, I know time moving fast too, man. Kids went back to school already.
Yep.
Man, they went back to school. August.
Summer's over. Summer is over, folks.
Man.
September 1st.
Shit, we took it back to school September, right?
Yeah, I think
after Labor Day.
Usually it's after Labor Day, so it's after this weekend. Usually, most people are all in, but there's some people who started within the last week or so. Yeah, it's usually like the last 2 weeks of August into like that first week of September. By then, everyone's back. You know what I mean? So some of them are already back now, but yeah, into that first week of September, that's when you know everybody's back.
Yeah, shit crazy. I know traffic got a little heavy out there.
Yep.
Because the damn kids going back.
Yep. School's back. That's how you know. That traffic gets thick again.
Yeah, speaking of traffic, is it me? So we were talking about the cameras, right? Is it me, or do they got the speed cameras at the bottom of the hill, over here?
Oh, that's probably the biggest one.
Do you notice that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who figured out this placement?
Right. Why is there a speed camera at the bottom of the hill?
And you know, all we have to do is walk up to it and spray paint that bitch black. It ain't catching shit after that.
That's crazy.
See what I'm saying?
I seen some of them already did it.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. Just spray paint it. It's done.
I seen some of them.
They got to come fix it.
That's already done. I was like, wow. They go past it slow, but I'm like, why? You got a speed camera here. You got one a mile away. You got another one right there. I'm like, what?
Why right here?
That shit be
Why right
crazy.
Here? Yeah. Are these in the nice neighborhoods? Do the nice neighborhoods have fucking speed cameras? Has anybody asked that question?
I seen. It's not nice neighbor. It's nice neighborhood, but it ain't. You know, a lot of people don't go through there too much.
Right.
It's okay. It's by a school. That's why they got it right there.
School makes sense, right?
Yeah, but other than that,
because I get a school zone. A school zone could have them. Like that makes sense in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like a school zone, in order to make people really pay attention to how they're rolling in a school zone, put a fucking camera up. That makes people slow down.
Right.
I get it. Makes sense.
Right.
But I'm on the fucking main
right there is cool
level freeway, highway shit, and there's fucking one right there. You're like, why are we doing 30 right here? I don't get this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we could just do. There's no problem right here. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
And now people got hooked. I mean, not hooked. You know what I mean? They got hooked. Damn.
It became revenue.
Yeah. They knew where it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically. So now they stopping way the hell back there.
Right.
Like
creating more traffic.
It don't make right.
It just creates more traffic because they stop a mile before.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they know it's coming.
Slow down right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
get your
keep
shit
your foot
together,
off the
people.
track. Keep your foot off the damn gas.
Get your shit together.
For real. Shit getting on my nerves. Goddamn camera everywhere. Yeah. And they always at the bottom of the damn hill.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm like,
that's what I feel like.
A lot of times,
why is it?
Think about that too, though. A lot of times, cops sit at the bottom of the hill, and so you'll come down the hill and you'll go, "Oh shit," and then you see the lights. You're like, "Fuck," and then you're like, "But I was coming down a hill. I gotta hit my brakes down this fucking hill just to maintain speed." That's bullshit.
Right.
That's another way they're fucking exploiting us. You know, they're just taking advantage of us. We could just be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not paying shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your bullshit. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah, man. Think about this, right?
But we all got to do that.
So we let, I was talking to somebody else the other day about this. I just brought this up.
Wow.
Made me think about it. You've got fire stations, right? Firehouses, right? You know, and a lot of times, what are they called? Volunteer fire stations. They're still called that, a lot of them, even though they're not technically volunteer anymore. But it all started out volunteer, right? And then, you know, and here's the thing. We don't have a bad relationship with the guys who come and put out fires and EMTs and, you know, shit like that. They all come from the fire stations, right? But we do have a problem with the police stations, you know, because of the way they treat people, us. But the thing is think about this. So back in the day, if fire stations were voluntary, I bet police stations were probably voluntary too. And people in their own communities were volunteering to be the security for those towns. That's why you had a sheriff. You know what I mean? The sheriff took care of that town. He had deputies. But then all of a sudden, police stations showed up. Where did these come from? Who put these together? You know what I mean? And in the beginning, think about it. Black people couldn't be in the police stations. So who really created these things? Where did they come from? I'm just asking the questions here. I don't know. But what I'm saying is we let them take over our cities and our streets with these police stations, and then we wonder why they're fucking with us. You know what I mean?
Bomb droppers.
We need to be policing our own communities. We've talked about this before. If we had the men of the community come together and have an understanding and be able to work, we could police our own communities. But what we did was we go, oh, the police got that. They'll take care of it. And we just let our communities go to shit.
Facts.
And then we wonder why the police are fucking with us, because they were never built to protect us in the first place.
Bomb droppers.
They were just here to contain us and keep us at bay. That's what they're here for. You know what I mean? We need to be policing ourselves. You've said it before. We don't need a constitution. We don't need none of that shit. Let's just fucking govern ourselves. Then let's do it. Let's start figuring it out. How do we do that? You know? So all these people out there screaming, defund the police and all this shit. And then you're wondering, well, who's going to take care of us? What's going to happen? We can't get rid of the police. We got guns. We're Americans. You know what I'm saying? And we can police ourselves if we have to. You know what I mean? That's, but we've got to get our communities back together in order to do that. If our communities are broken and fractured, we're gonna be fighting them and the police.
And that's right.
Know what I mean?
Shit crazy.
Yeah. We're gonna be fighting everybody. We need to be a community so that we can tell the police, thank you, but no thank you. We got this. Know what I mean? Yeah. That's where I'm at.
I mean, we don't need none of them for real.
Yeah.
Like you said, do shit ourselves, man. Need to stop killing each other, though.
Yeah,
You know
that's why I said part of it is getting the community back together so that we're not fighting ourselves and killing each other. Right, exactly.
Shit is. If you look at it, it's pointless, man. Pointless. But
Yo, Black says he's on his way back. You want some food? You gonna be chilling?
Yeah.
I think he's doing. He's gonna do some shit in the city. Lamb and rice. You know them little halal carts. You like that shit?
Allow, yeah.
You into that?
Yeah. Say we say that now. Rice and chicken over rice.
Mm-hmm.
What? Come on, man.
Yep. All right. You good with chicken over rice?
Yeah, chicken over rice. Yeah, chicken over rice. Hey, tell them the white sauce too.
Just white sauce?
Yeah.
No hot sauce?
Nah, no hot sauce. Gotta stick together. Not for real.
Combo over rice for me.
Cause shit feel different outside. Something going down soon. I just don't know. Something going down soon.
All right. Dinner's in.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess let's go into that track real quick, and then we'll get our fucking thoughts back together. This one is Seasons from the Congressman with Intox, Prime, and BDot.
10,000 years to the sun. I left and never came back. 10,000 years to the sun. I left and never came back, and everything changed. I just left to put the batteries in. No Icarus, no battle with it. If she trippin', then we paddle again. She's a pink October, no nut November. Seeming so soft in the middle of December. Stole the cold in the winter, so Janet's kinda airy. Can't fuck with February, yeah, that again. Hearing soldiers start marching in. I'm a fool, but not for April and them. I may be a Drew for June, but July on the roof. And you know how them offs gon' hit. And now they sleeping in some temperature fits. Got me yelling at yearly events instead of telling yearly lies. Everybody dies, only the truth survives.
Seasons change, but my love don't.
It's all good, never left the hood because it's back again.
Seasons change, but my love don't.
Holding it down for the family and friends.
Seasons change, what my heart won't.
And we keeping this up. It's a battle of pins.
Seasons change, but my heart won't.
We killing the evil with a battle within.
Trust the process, fuck the nonsense. What else you gotta offer besides sex? I got confidence mixed with suspense. No flash, just class, that's a real flex. But who's preaching? I'm out here teaching a new season without the treason. So stop pleasing and start defeating and keep winning for no reason. It's a new world, open up your eyes. Oh, what a surprise, exposing all the lies. Never compromise, I stay weaponized with knowledge of self, so I'm vilified. Open up your mind, listen to your soul. One day at a time, just to reach your goals. Don't get exposed from the dirt I grow. Making something out of nothing is all I know. Seasons change, but my love don't.
It's all good, never left the hood because it's back again.
Seasons change, but my love don't.
Holding it down for the family and friends.
Seasons change, but my heart won't.
And we keeping this up. It's a battle of pins.
Seasons change, but my heart won't.
We killing the evil with a battle within.
No game show, my heart won't change. So don't play with my heart. I'm here to entertain, not to drive you insane. Sharp brain entrepreneur, big heart, spread love everywhere I go. Player days done with, plenty of fists in the city. I could get them all hooked, open their mind up. We can have mind sex. I know I'm a good catch. I just wanna know, can you keep my interest?
Seasons change, but my love don't.
It's all good, never left the hood because it's back again.
Seasons change, but my love don't.
Holding it down for the family and friends.
Seasons change, but my heart won't.
And we keeping this up. It's a battle of pins.
Seasons change, but my heart won't.
We killing the evil with a battle within.
You and that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think the community had heard that yet, but if you're following us and if you're at ppeinmusic.com, then you probably already know the Congressman album is out. We talked about it on the show. The Congressman did a takeover about 5-6 episodes ago, if y'all remember. So yeah, that was BDot's feature on the Congressman, We the People. The song is called Seasons. And yeah, I'll throw that up on the screen.
Season change, but my love don't. That shit crazy. You gotta feel that
deep
song.
as fuck, right?
Yeah, you gotta feel that song. Season change, but my love don't. You gotta
Spread the love.
Got to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I had some more.
We here though, man.
Let me see. I had another couple more little thoughts. Ooh, here's a big one.
What happened?
Have we talked about clones? Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, we
Talked about clones on the show a little bit here and there,
kinda,
right?
Yeah, with the
Something came up.
well,
with it.
We didn't get too deep.
Yeah,
we talked about the movie,
right? The different, who cloned Tyrone, different stuff like that, right? Okay, so here's some new information that I put together because I just kind of gathered it one day because I was looking up something and then clones came about and then I kind of wanted to.
And you ran into that.
Ran into
movement,
like a
right?
thing and so.
I know how it be.
Yeah, you run into something and then you go, I'm gonna look that up, and then that takes you somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So how this got was. Somebody was looking up Dolly the sheep. That was the first clone sheep back in '96, right? And at the time, like a year later or something like that, within that time frame, Bill Clinton was the president around that time. And he shut it down. He was like, nope, we're not going to be cloning any humans or anything like that. And he shut the program down at that time, right? So think about that. This is '96. And they don't like the fact that clones are now out in the world, right? So they shut it down. And we kind of forgot about it. Think about it. After that happened in '96, nobody was really thinking about clones at all until like lately. Until like around 2018, 2019, people started talking about clones again. Maybe some of these celebrities are clones, right? Shit like that, right? Remember stuff started coming out. But nobody was thinking about that after '96. This happened in '96. You see what I'm saying? But that wasn't the first time somebody cloned some shit. Back in '58, the Russians cloned some frogs. Okay? So we're talking '58, people. They're cloning frogs back then. So think about that. What have we said before? If they were doing it then, the military and other motherfuckers were doing it before then. So cloning has been around for a long time. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So that's my that's kind of like how I'm gonna bring it to the people, right? Is how I'm gonna, how you share something and then people go, well, where's your evidence? You know what I mean? So I'm bringing you the evidence. So you see that cloning's been there. It's always been there. It's just been underground. But also, that also takes it into how we've talked about avatars. Our bodies are avatars. So, there's a group of humanoids that have taken over the world. We talk about reptoids and all that, reptos and Dracos or whatever, right? That's what most people will say. They're the ones that did this. But they had to take on humanoid bodies. They have avatars. Well, what is that? That's cloning. Know what I mean? They cloned a body and put their essence into it in order to be here on this 3D matrix. You know what I mean? They had to come into a body just like we came into this body with our soul. See what I'm saying? But they're doing it artificially. They're being able to just lay a body down and then shoot themselves into it like a clone.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
That's a different type.
Right.
Yeah.
That's some different shit. But I'm just saying, like, that's where all this is going, is like, if they had it way back then, think about other cultures and ideas. They've always had this technology with Stargates. You know what I mean? We've always been galactic. We're always some galactic type motherfuckers. But we have been stripped of that. Our culture has been taken from us. That's, you know what I mean? We know that. That's how much of that's been taken away from us. So, like, you know how they'll say some celebrities, there's a picture of like Jay-Z from like the 30s. Have you seen that? And then it shows him now, but it's like a dude from the 30s. He's like sitting on a stoop. He looks exactly like fucking Jay-Z.
Nah, I ain't seen that.
You ain't seen that? I'll have to find the pictures and I'll put it up.
I've seen people have done it though.
Right.
But I haven't seen that one. But yeah, that shit crazy.
So that's how they're doing it. Is it's the same entity is in Jay-Z's body that was in that body back then. They just cloned and rebirthed and became new people. You see what I'm saying? They came in through the portal again, which is the womb.
Bomb droppers.
They drop back in, man.
Yeah.
Into a new body for a new era, for a new time. You know? But they're the same motherfuckers. Over and over and over, they keep coming back and fucking with us. Just like we're coming back over and over and reliving these lives because we ain't getting it right until now.
You got to get up out of here first. That's the...
So yeah, I mean that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
is cloning. You have to at this point you have to realize cloning's been around forever. It's not some new shit. That's where I'm going with it. It's being brought up like it's some new shit.
Shit. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but there was a show I used to watch back in the day.
I think it's hitting, son.
Small Wonder. Remember Small Wonder?
Small Wonder. Ooh, let's look it up.
Every time I say that, everybody be like, nah, what the hell is that? Who's that?
I don't know if I remember that.
I don't know why I remember that movie or that show. I used to watch it back in the day.
American sitcom. Here we go.
She's a robot. She had like a patch.
Here we go. Let's tell the people. Crazy. Here we go. Small Wonder is an American children's comedy science fiction sitcom that aired in its first run from September 7th, 1985 to May 20th, 1989. The show chronicles the family of a robotics engineer who secretly creates a robot modeled after a human girl, then tries to pass it off as their adopted daughter, Vicky. Boom.
Vicky.
Let's go find it on Tubi.
You see what I'm saying? So they been had...
That was in the 80s.
That's in the 80s.
That's in the 80s. They're talking about now times.
I remember that shit, right.
What does that tell you? Robotics has been around forever, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if we're galactic, we can create robots, androids, and all that shit. All that shit's been doable. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know why I remember that movie or that show.
I don't remember that show personally. I do remember you talking about it before, though.
Yeah, every time I ask somebody, they be like, man, what?
I don't remember it. Is it a Mandela effect? Are you the only one that remembers it? Oh, we got to get him. That's like the fourth time.
You said it. That thing hitting.
This joint's hitting, though.
But yeah, I don't know why I remember that day. That's crazy.
I want to watch it now because I bet it's got fucking information in there.
Man. I want to watch it again.
Know what I'm saying? It's probably got information that we wasn't paying attention to back then. We ain't know. We just kids. Think it's a fucking show.
Shit, I just knew she was the damn robot.
Right.
And the parents thought she was real. Everybody thought she was real.
They treated her like she was real. Yeah.
She went to school and all that shit.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Stayed to 8th grade.
I can't remember all that.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I just remember she had a damn something in her back. They had to
where they could program her or something.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna. Matter of fact, let's look.
What?
Usually it tells you where you can check it out at. Let's go back to that. Hold on.
Shit. See, probably
is it on Tubi? That's what I'm wondering. Maybe it's
Tubi?
on Tubi.
I don't think it's on Tubi.
Probably no, it doesn't show anything.
Probably be on Prime or something like that.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna have to find it.
Probably catch it on Prime.
Small Wonder. I'm gonna find that motherfucker.
or
I might have to find it on the stick.
Yeah.
I might have to search the stick.
Oh shit! Go to YouTube. It might be on YouTube. Might get some.
That's true.
Might some episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, if anything, right. Send us a link in the comments if there's some shit on YouTube.
Shit, now you talking about
Small Wonder.
Remember Alf? You remember Alf?
Alf, I loved Alf. That was my shit.
Alf, but I don't know what.
He was an alien.
He was an alien?
Yes.
Fuck.
He was an alien that showed up on Earth and ended up kicking it with this family.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And he had powers.
That's crazy.
He did some magical shit sometimes.
So.
And we didn't think nothing
That's what
of
happened? Is that what you're saying is going on?
They're saying that's us. We came down and we're like, but they made us look like a fucking bullshit furry Alf. You know what I mean?
Oh, get the fuck.
See what I'm saying? They portrayed us like some little furry bullshit, but really, that's you, bro. You know what I mean? It's when you showed up and you're like showing wonders and doing shit, and everybody's like, who the fuck is this? And then they fucking enslaved us, fucked us up, lowered our vibrations, took control of us.
Now I got to go back and watch Alf now.
Right? I'm telling you. That's how this works. This is how this works.
I wasn't watching it like that. I just watching this shit because like
this is how this works.
There's a fucking furry dude, just chilling,
and we didn't think nothing of it
in the crib, right?
We didn't think nothing of it. We're just like, look at this shit.
Look at this guy. Like what what is going on with this dude? But some people out here that like Alf though. I
loved Alf, man.
I used to joke about.
I'm sure I had a shirt. I'm sure I probably had a toy or something. Who knows? I don't remember, but
nah, I ain't go that far.
I went in there, man. Alf was my shit, man. I used to have to, and this is back when you had to catch that motherfucker.
Yeah.
There was no reruns. There was no fucking, you know what I mean? There was no rewind it. There was no hold it.
Right.
You had to be there at like 7 or 8 at night when it would come on as a little sitcom, and you'd watch that bitch. You know what I mean? You'd be like, I'm here.
Wow.
And then, you know, you had to learn what day it came on and shit. You know?
That's crazy. See, I just caught it, like you said. I just caught it. I never knew what day it came on.
Right.
But like Small Wonder, I think I knew it came on like Mondays. I don't know. I forgot. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, what else? What was another one?
You just put me on this up.
Alf.
Alf.
Right.
That's us coming in.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's their story. That's how they want to play it. That's how they want to play it.
Wow. Yes, sir. All right. I don't know what this was. Well,
you got another one? Let's do another one.
Remember, damn, what was that? Mr. Belvedere?
Mr. Belvedere was another one. What was that about? That was just about Mr. Belvedere living in the house and being the guy, right?
Yeah.
He did everything. He was like Mr. Mom, in a way.
Right.
He was, you know what? Was he the British version of the Brady's? Oh shit! Controversy. Was he the British version of the Brady's? Because the Brady's, it was the fucking one lady. Fuck's her name? She took care of the whole house. You know what I mean? Everybody loved her. She was part of the family. You know what I mean? Just like Mr. Belvedere was part of the fucking family. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yeah.
There's another one for you.
Yeah, he did have a little accent.
I was like,
Shit, crazy.
because you got to know, right? Most shows that we watch in America, they're fucking British shows. They were like Office was a British show before it was fucking a show here.
Oh yeah.
Shameless was a British show before it was here. There's a few other ones. Like you'll look at them and you'll just think it was a new show. You're like, oh, look at this cool show. It's not. It's just a fucking adaptation from some British show. Why are they stealing from each other? What's that all about?
Because we haven't seen it.
Right?
So they're gonna make money off of it.
And they'll have like 6 seasons. And then America will redo it and then fucking have like 8 seasons. You know what I mean? And just fucking make up their own shit at the end. Just take the story over. You know what I mean? And it's you know, and it's American style, so it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? But I watched like the first couple episodes of Shameless on the British show. It's almost fucking identical. Like really close. And then it's just like, but it's the American
Shameless.
version.
That's the one with Frank and shit. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was in the British show too. Check out if you got Prime. If you got Prime, I think look it up on Prime. It's on there. I think it might be on there. And it was called Shameless too, I think. Same thing or something. Or no, it was called something else. It might have been called something else, but it'll come up. I'm not sure.
Another one. What about Gilligan's Island? Remember Gilligan's Island?
I remember it, but I wasn't a super fan.
Gilligan.
I remember because like you're saying, that was one of those ones where like you're flipping and it would just be on, and I would just catch whatever was until like the next commercial, and then I might roll or something. And I watched a few here and there, but no, I wasn't a super Gilligan's Island fan. But I definitely knew it. But yeah, I'm sure that one's got a lot of shit in it.
Gilligan,
too.
like Lost in the Island.
Yeah, that one's probably got a lot of shit in it too. What if that's like what if that's the story of like Plymouth Rock, how they fucking got stranded on America and shit? They played us.
They had to tell us, right? They showed Gilligan's Island.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. Just spitballing. No. Just spitballing, man. They're like, yeah, we landed here. Yeah, and we made it ours. Fuck that.
Nah.
Right? I'm just saying. We live here now. It's like, but we were already here. Nah, it's our shit. You know what I mean?
Damn.
It's like, yeah, I saw something on Instagram the other day that said Columbus wasn't the first to discover America. He was the last.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't the first.
He was the last one to find America. We was already here, motherfuckers.
Man, don't believe that shit.
Remember? Shout out to Pops. We said that, man. We was already here, motherfuckers. That was on Pops' episode. Mr. Sam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, like I said last week, shit, I feel like spreading love, man.
Yeah.
Hey, for those who've been on, man, appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, definitely appreciate you. And we got more coming.
Yeah. Episode 40 is coming soon.
You know.
This is 38. Yeah, so stay tuned. We're gonna have a little 40 party. We'll do a little 40 party. Stay tuned. See what happens.
Hey.
You know, get some edibles. Order some drinks. You know what I mean? We'll do it right.
I'm eating one
Do
edible.
it right. What? Eat as many as you like.
Nah.
You're grown. You eat as many as you want.
Nah. I was fucking with you.
Nobody's forcing you to do anything.
No, sir.
But I know my limits.
Right. That's why I said it.
I know. I was like, yeah, that was a shot to me. Here you go.
Oh, man.
That was good.
I ain't mean to boo.
Yeah. No, yeah. We'll chill, man. Yeah, 40. So come back, folks. Stick with us.
Yeah, my slogan, man, keep up and stick with us, man.
There it is.
You know, you gotta keep up and stick with us. We are here. Yeah, it's a different vibe in here. I like it.
Yeah.
But when you step outside, boy, it's something in the air.
Feel that weather. Feel that weather. Yeah. I got some people down in the Florida area, so I hit them up, seeing how they was doing and stuff. I ain't got a reply yet, but we'll see.
Damn, yeah.
We'll see.
I definitely got some folks out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check on your folks if they're in Florida. Just see what's happening. You never know. Like,
some of my high school friends.
maybe they're lying to us. It ain't as bad as it is. People might be like, you know, because like there was some shit like that happen around here. My mom was telling me when my mom was here, right? She said, you know, she was seeing on the news at the time when she was here, you know, storm rolled through, trees were falling, you know, this and that, destruction, you know, and the way the news portrayed it made it look, you know, like there was a lot going on. But she was here. So then she, like, you know, was driving around as we were hanging out and doing different things and, you know, getting things done. And she's like, yeah, none of that happened around us. But they made it sound like the whole area was, like, devastated, you know, like just the way it made it sound, you know, not saying that's what their intention was.
Yeah, it's all on how you take it in,
but
man.
it's right, you know. And so she was like, you know, that's why, like I said, now that we can connect with people around the world, when some shit's going down and you know some people in those areas, hit them up. Right. And be like, yo, what's going on over there? Like, is this, because here's another thing I'll tell y'all. There was at the time when the Maui fires were happening, there was fires in Oregon, and there was fires in Washington State, and there was fires in Nevada, and there was fires in a couple different areas in that area, right?
So how many fires
right, that are all happening at the same time. But they showed one over by Seattle. And they showed it was a large, they were like, look at this large fire and da-da-da, you know. And I'm thinking, oh, shit, is that shit getting near my folks and them? You know what I mean? So I call my moms. I'm like, Mom, what's happening with this fire? You heard about this shit? She ain't even hear about it. You know? And so I'm like, okay. And then so we started looking into it. I started looking up some stuff. She starts looking up some stuff. She goes, oh, it was a car fire on the side of the road. that ended up lighting up the grass and making a bigger fire, you know?
Get the fuck.
But that's all it was a car fire. And I'm like, those happen all the time. You know what I mean? But they used that footage to try and say there was a fire and it's the world's out of control, and you know what I mean? And it was like, but that fire specifically at that one spot wasn't as bad as they were trying to say it was. So there's another, like I said, that's how you do your research. You know what I mean? You got to ask these questions, and if you got folks in the area, ask them what's going on. It might not be as crazy as they're trying to portray it is. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
You know? So we have to realize that too, that some of this is fear-mongering. That's what they're using as their tool against us. That's what they've been using against us.
Bomb droppers.
They get you to fear and think things are going out of control, you know?
Facts.
So yeah, you just gotta think about it logically sometimes and go, wait a minute, I know people over there. Let me see what's up, you know? And that's what most people do, you know, when they know people, they're like, oh shit, let me call my people and see how they're doing, you know? But yeah, think about it though. Some of it's not as crazy as they be trying to say it is, you know? And that's where they're using that fear to keep us scared. Yeah.
That's why we say had no fear, man.
Yeah. Prepared, not scared.
Yeah.
Putting it in the air.
Had no fear. Stand strong, baby. What they say? Only the strong survive.
Yep. So yeah, let me see.
Only the strong will survive.
Yeah, I think one more thing I was thinking about too was so when I'm on YouTube and these different channels looking up lectures and all these different things that I'm researching and whatever, right? What I've noticed is a lot of them are videos of older videos. You know what I mean? It's like they just uploaded it to YouTube. So it might be a video from like the 80s or even the 90s. And it's a lecture of some sort. And they're, you know, they're saying all this shit and it all aligns and it, you know, makes sense. So I'm listening. But I'm sitting there going, where was this lecture when this was recorded in 95? Where could I have found this? Like if I was, you know what I mean? Like if at the time, had I found this then? You know what I mean? I'm like, but maybe it wasn't for me at that time. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wasn't part of the group.
You weren't looking for
that needed to be awake at that time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the information will find you. You know what I mean? But that's what I started kind of wondering about. Because I'm going, all this information has been out there for years and years and years through all these old videos and these old things, right? And books. And we just weren't looking for it. At least I wasn't, you know, until lately.
Yeah,
I've always had a glimpse of it throughout time, you know, after 9/11. I think 9/11 was my true wake up of, okay, there's more corruption going on here than we understand. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was a little bit. It's like everybody's got a little bit of corruption. You know what I mean? But that's when I started realizing, wait a minute, this is a lot bigger than I think we understand. You know, that's what I started thinking at the time. So I started digging a little more back then. You know, that's when I started really kind of started thinking about it. And I was probably early 20s, you know, when that happened. So I started kind of thinking, and I'm just going like, you know, what else is happening? Oh, what else is going on? And that's when I started getting into religions again. I started researching religions again, going, something's not right. Why are these religions? Why are Christianity and, you know, and Islam always fighting? What's going on here? You know, like what's happening between these things? And I'm just learning. I'm reading books. I'm trying to figure shit out. You know, but there's no YouTube. So you know what I mean? Like until there was YouTube around 20, you know, to 08, 2010, and you know what I mean? And YouTube started happening. Then you started seeing stuff on the internet a little bit. You know, and you're like, what is that? Is that real? You know, like because back then you're like, can I trust these videos? You know what I mean? Like you don't know. And you just, you know, so you're like.
I mean, shit, I say anything.
Just trying to figure it out.
Well, not anything, but majority of the things that's old. You know
yeah, because you have like Bobby Hemmett and you know, and oh shit. Got myself in a pickle there. Thought I knew these names. I was about to rattle them off.
I know it's crazy.
But Bobby Hemmett is one of them, but there's a couple other ones. And they were all like from the late 70s into the 80s. They were doing these videos. They're all there now. But where were they 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, where have these videos been? That's where I'm kind of going with this. I'm racking this in my own mind. Like, where were these videos at?
That's what I'm saying.
Wish I could have seen them back then.
You know, right. You know, we wasn't thinking about that shit.
Right.
You know, we was thinking about running around.
I was just trying to fucking be an adult at that point. I was just new adult trying to be like, what the fuck's going on out here? I'm
out
just
here,
as confused as everybody else.
I feel you. But
yeah. But yeah, that's what I was racking that. I've been racking that in my brain for a while. Like, where the fuck have all these videos been? Because had we known this shit 20 years ago, you know what I mean? But I get it. There's a time and a process for everything.
Yeah, everything being revealed.
And we're here now. Awkward intelligence. What's happening?
You know, everything's being revealed. It's up to you to see it.
Correct. And that, like we said earlier, if you're not in tune with it, you don't see it.
Right.
But once you're in tune with it, you can't unsee it. You know what I mean?
Right. See it everywhere.
So yeah. That makes sense now. Thank you for that.
Got it.
Oh shit.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this information has been out there. Like, we just weren't looking for it. We didn't know.
Damn.
We didn't know yet.
Shit. Until one day it just hit you.
Yeah, and then I just kept going. I'm just like research,
Shit hit you.
chilling, still doing it every day. I look for something. You know, I always think every day, like, if every day I can find one little piece of information, just that's it. You know, if I watch a couple different shows, TV, what, you know, I get a little something, just get some information going. Most people now are calling it micro learning. So instead of just, you know, like I said, you can't fucking bullshit all day. You know what I mean? You can't bullshit all day. So, like, you know, yeah, I'm watching my entertainment. I'm watching my drag racing. I'm watching different shit, you know, whatever. Like we talked about, entertainment.
Yeah.
But then I go, now I got to watch a couple shows, do some micro learning, learn for an hour or two, check some shit out, you know what I mean? Look some stuff up, whatever, and then move on. And so it's like micro, so you're learning a little piece as you go. And then you don't feel like you're just sitting there for hours researching, like you're studying, like it's a fucking chore. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you're just doing it throughout the day as you look at do different things.
Yeah, you get into it.
And then me and you talk about small wonders. That's my next fucking homework, is to go find that show and see if there's anything in there I might need to know, because we're talking about it.
Right.
It might mean something. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Tune in next week.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't saying too much.
That thing's still hitting nice, man.
You know, it's all on how you
Nice.
roll it. It's
Roll.
all on how you roll.
Nice roll.
Gotta roll them dice out there.
Right.
Even though it ain't right. Hey, I'm just trying to get my money right.
Just wait till I get my money right.
Da-da-da-da-da. Get money, babe. It's like, nah.
Nice.
Yup. Cool.
But yeah, man, we can start wrapping this fucking thing up whenever you're ready. Finish it off with one last story. Do we got one?
And we got a story.
Here's a little story I got to tell. I don't know.
Anything happened lately?
Anything funny? Got any good stories?
I mean, it ain't nothing crazy, but
Any interactions? You had any interactions at the shop?
nah, hold on.
None of your people's been by?
No.
Acting up?
No. No, ain't nothing happening. But I work with like a Spanish guy and an African.
Gotcha.
But the African he don't understand English.
He don't understand English.
Man, listen, bro. It's crazy.
Or you think he's faking?
Them
Think
two
maybe he's
interacting
faking?
with each other like they, you know, they both don't understand English
Very well. Right.
very well.
Right.
I mean, but the Spanish dude, you know what I mean.
So
he
then they
talk-
just,
right. It's crazy.
You got to get this on film.
He be like, man, he don't understand nothing, man. He don't understand nothing.
Yeah.
He talking to me.
Yeah.
You know, he got a little accent. Shit crazy. Shit funny as shit though. You just got to see it.
Right.
It's
what I'm saying.
It's a skit.
Just yeah.
Definitely got to
catch him one time, man. Just catch him on like a 3 to 5 second joint, and just fucking put it on your TikTok, man.
Yeah, they be
fucking
arguing and shit. They be arguing and shit. Like he be telling them to change the grease and all that other shit. He don't change the grease, so he come over there and tell him he stopped him from doing his job to take over the job, so he go finish the grill. Like, come on.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because he don't, you know what I mean? You know how I do.
So is it almost like
we tell him to get the bread, he wouldn't get the lettuce. That type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
so he's just guessing?
Yeah.
You think he's just guessing?
He like,
yeah.
No. Bread.
Damn.
And he come out with the lettuce and shit. What is you doing?
You ain't look up the word for fucking bread?
Man.
It's probably easy.
We don't judge nobody, but it's funny. It's funny seeing them motherfuckers react.
Right. I'm telling you.
Because
they
don't
both
understand.
do it. They both
don't understand English like that.
Yeah.
But the Spanish one does.
A little more.
Yeah. But the African one, he just...
Huh?
What did you say? Say no.
Oh, shit.
Stop, man. Tell you.
Nice.
But they work, though. It's cool.
Yeah, man. Everybody just trying to make a living, man.
That's it.
But,
damn that.
Oh, did you tell everybody about your TikTok?
Stand up.
You didn't tell everybody about your TikTok?
Oh, nah.
You got a TikTok, right?
Yeah, I got a little TikTok.
I'll put it on the screen.
Nah.
You don't want to tell everybody?
Nah, don't put it on the screen yet, because I ain't do what I said I was going to do. Well, I did it, but I didn't put it on TikTok. So,
yeah, no, I'm just saying so that people can start getting over there.
Oh, yeah.
So they can start liking you and shit.
Yeah. What is it? IMG BDot.
Straight up?
Yeah.
IMG BDot.
IMG BDot.
There it is. Yeah. Just so people can start getting an idea that you got something going on, and stay tuned.
Yeah.
Shit's about to go down.
That's it.
I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
I'm just gonna do.
Do you
that.
want an Awkward Intel TikTok? You know, we'll figure it out.
We should do that.
We'll figure it out. I don't know. Because I'm just like, we talked about it before. I'm like, fuck, another thing I got to deal with?
That's why
I don't know.
I'm sticking with one, man.
Right.
Actually, two.
I got you. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I can't be doing all these fucking things, man.
One.
But I guess that's why people hire people, right?
Yeah, that mind control, yeah, that too.
Because I'm like,
man, hell, I ain't really hiring nobody.
I'm just saying, like,
that's if you really ain't got no time.
Well, that's what I'm
You know what
saying.
I'm saying?
As people keep going,
Man,
then they don't have time to do all that shit. So that's why they got to hire somebody eventually.
right?
You know what I mean? Because there's no way they're all doing all that shit themselves. There's no
Ain't
fucking
no
man.
way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. I mean, you put your mind to what you could do. You gotta cut some of the things out.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to cut other things out. Or, you'd have to multitask, you know what I mean? You have to do that shit while you're, at the park with your son or whatever. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
You kind of doing multiple things at a time.
Shit, for those who work, you know what I mean? Work while you at work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? While you ain't doing nothing at work, start getting on Instagram and shit. Find out what you know what I mean? Find out what you like to do.
Right.
You know
That's part of that micro learning.
Take that time out. Shit,
when you got a moment,
use it.
Instead of using that moment to just scroll fucking bullshit, do some learning, man. Check some shit out. Look into something. You know what I mean? That's it.
Real shit right there. Bomb droppers. That's real shit right there.
Yeah.
You at work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On that downtime, use that shit.
Right. Use as much as you can. Yeah. The more you can do, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're only bettering yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Right.
Don't cheat yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna get out of here. Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox, along with
BDot, baby.
Awkward Intelligence. Catch us next time. A little clap out.
Yeah, clap out.